A big study found that 7 to 8 out of every 10 women are unhappy with their body and wish they were smaller than they are now. We are going to talk about dieting, mindset, and a regulation of your nervous system. I spent 10 years as a model, but I was so unhappy in my own skin. Here's my story. I had the body that all women dreamt of. Magazine covers, runway shows, traveling the world, glamorous, modeling career, the whole thing. But every morning I would look in a mirror and start picking my body apart. My nose felt too big, my stomach wasn't flat enough, my nails weren't pretty enough, my skin would break out sometimes and I would have crazy acne on my cheeks. It was really so hard just to love myself enough to get out of bed, because that's how much I hated a reflection of myself in a mirror. I was living the life that most women dream about, but deep inside, I was feeling miserable. I was stuck in this endless cycle. I would restrict myself all day. I was alive with coffee, and then late in the nights, I would feel so starved and undernourished. I would start binging on tortillas and Nutella at around midnight. Of course, then I would shame myself for it. I thought I didn't have willpower or discipline with my diet. I thought I was weak. I thought if I could just get a little bit thinner, a little bit more toned, a little bit better, I would finally feel good enough and happy and confident. I wished really hard that I was someone who was radiating confidence. I learned that my body was actually fighting against me because I was starving it. When you are dieting for many years, you eat too little for too long, it feels like your body is in a survival mode. Your metabolism slows down and you crave foods like crazy. All you can think about is food. And then it's like driving a car on empty. Like, how do you expect it to work if it has no fuel? Of course, it's breaking down. So I did something that terrified me. I stopped dieting. I know this is the most scary thing you will ever hear if you have been dieting for many years, because going from a dieter to a non-dieter, it's a crazy big identity shift. I started eating more, way more. I went from 1,200 calories to 1,800 to 2,000 calories daily. And you know what happened? I didn't balloon up. My metabolism got faster. I got more energized. I felt alive. I felt more confident. I felt more nourished. My workouts got so much better. The most amazing part for me personally is that my blood work results came out to be amazing. All my life, I struggled with low iron and low vitamin D because I used to work 12 to 16 hours indoors. I was never on the sun. I always had to supplement. And I didn't eat meat for like 2 years. Obviously, I was low on iron because I was also fasting a lot for many years. When I started having regular high protein meals, my iron levels went up and I'm not deficient anymore. Most importantly, I stopped hating myself in a mirror. And that is such a big win. If you are hearing yourself in my story, restriction, binging, yo-yo dieting, using workouts as punishment, trying to burn off calories, being in a mental war with the mirror and your reflection, I would like to share with you 3 things that helped me to get out of yo-yo dieting cycle and become a woman who is calm and in control around food. Because here's the real issue with yo-yo dieting. When you restrict for too long, your hunger and cravings increase not just physiologically, but also psychologically. When you binge, your guilt increases and then you are stuck in a shame cycle. And then you promise to start again on Monday, That same cycle can last for years and years. Here are 3 shifts to change that pattern. First, mindset shift, identity first. You have to become a woman who doesn't diet anymore. I know it's really hard and it sounds crazy. I have been through the same identity crisis. I was like, who am I if I'm not dieting? But I promise it's going to be worth it, because first comes the identity and then the habits follow. If your identity now is, I am a girl who needs to get skinnier, then every decision will reflect that, like skipping meals, obsessing over the scale, fearing carbs. But if your identity becomes, I am a woman who loves herself, nourishes herself, and trusts her body, your choices naturally change. So here's something practical you can do this week. When your brain says, I shouldn't eat that, carbs will make me fat, I need to get back on track, you pause and flip the script. I can eat all kinds of foods. My body feels safe. Carbs give me energy, and I don't need to shrink myself to feel worthy. This is how you retrain your brain to stop chasing restriction. Second step, it's nutrition shift. Protein and fiber first. I used to live on coffee and snacks. Then I wondered why I was starving and binging at night. And I see this with women all the time. They fear food and they don't have a good relationship with it. But when you start building your meals around protein and fiber, everything changes. Hunger gets stable, energy evens out, cravings decrease, and your body starts trusting itself again. Weight management becomes so much easier. Protein examples: chicken, tofu, beef, tempeh, Greek yogurt. Fiber examples: chia seeds, linen seeds, berries, vegetables. So a simple rule would be add a palm of protein on your plate first, then add 2 fists of fiber, and then a cup of carbs. And remember, it's not about restriction, it's about building good relationship with food while including all macronutrients on your plate. Now let's talk about the last point to stop yo-yo dieting. The most important point is nervous system regulation. Your body needs to feel safe. You can have the most perfect meal plan and still binge, restrict, or punish yourself if your nervous system isn't regulated. You are anxious, overwhelmed, stressed. Your body is in fight or flight mode. This is why you can know what to do but still feel out of control. So instead of trying to learn more discipline, you are going to teach your body safety. Here's one of my favorite examples. 2 quick inhales and 1 super slow, long exhale. We can do it together now. Let's do it. I hope you did it together with me and you feel more calm. I definitely felt nervous filming this, and 1 exhale definitely helps to settle all the emotions. You can use this technique before you eat, when cravings kick in, or literally whenever you feel stress. What this technique does is it tones your vagus nerve, the nerve that connects your brain to your stomach, and it helps you to get out of that fight or flight mode and calm down your nervous system. When your body feels safe, controlling your portion sizes becomes more natural and less stressful. Let's sum it up quickly. These 3 shifts have helped me and my clients to get out of yo-yo dieting cycle. Identity. Become the woman who doesn't diet anymore. Second, nutrition. Build meals around protein and fiber so you actually feel full for a long time. You feel satisfied and energized. Third, nervous system. Create safety and space so your body stops fighting you. You don't fix yo-yo dieting by trying to diet harder. You fix it by changing the pattern. And remember, you are capable of this. And if you watched this far, I highly recommend you get my ebook that helps you get out of yo-yo dieting cycle with useful techniques for mindset, nervous system regulation, anchoring your meals. No shame, no feeling like you have to fix yourself, no overwhelm.